What's up, gamers? Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to have some B-roll footage here playing in front of you guys while I sit here and talk about the current state of Helldivers 2. And man, oh man, this game is not going to make a kind of comeback, guys. You know, just if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I think Helldivers 2 is done. And the reason I say this is because this game I've been recently trying to play, and it's just not fun anymore. And I don't know if honestly I even think it was that fun to begin with. You know, I think this is one of those games that got a lot of hype because a lot of people were jumping on the bandwagon. They were jumping on like this is a great game to play with friends and just have a crazy good time with them. But at the end of the day, I think this is a game that, to put it best, it had its time in the sun, and now it's fading off. It just, and I like I said, I personally wasn't a big fan of this game because I think the problem with Helldivers 2 is it's so shallow when it comes to anything outside of immediate fun with friends, and like I think that's the big problem I have with this game. Just at the end of the day, it's if you're not playing this game with friends, it's not fun. And I don't think that makes a good game then. Because, like, here's the thing. Any game can be fun with friends. But the problem is, eventually, you're going to have to start playing this game by yourself. You're going to have to, if you really like the game, grind out certain things. And I just don't think Helldivers 2 has anything worth grinding out for. I think at most, maybe your cosmetics, like you're seeing on screen here, are good. They look okay, but that's it. That's all they do. They just look okay. And yeah, you get some more of the extra stuff here. So actually, I want to just point this out here. I have never, ever gotten these super samples. I've played this game. I remember actually doing this specifically on, I did like 2 mission storylines, or you're supposed to do like 3 missions, and you're supposed to gather all the resource materials. Not a single fucking one popped up. Not a single one. And it's because the funny thing is, with a game like this, if you're not communicating with other players, they will fuck you over. They will fuck you over in the worst way possible. There was a point where me and a couple of the guys were playing, a couple guys by me and a couple of randos, we're playing, and we're sitting there, like we're trying to, look around to get the stuff, because we're looking for those super samples. We're kind of like at that point where you're like, okay, you've basically done the main mission, and now you're just exploring, trying to do the extra stuff. But then some asshole calls in, the Pelican to come in and, pick us up. And it's like, well, fuck, now we have to go there. We're trying not to go there. And I remember texting this and putting this in the chat because I didn't feel like I had a microphone on, saying, do not call Pelican. We are looking for super samples. And then some random person comes in, it's like, oh, let's start doing this. And it's like, oh my God. It's just, this is one of the things I hate about this game. Is that those super samples don't pop up enough. They very rarely do, and they are so scattered. And look what you need. You need 5 of these things. You need 5. And that's not even considering the rest of these. Like, the rest of these will also need more. I basically, this is some dated out footage for the record. But I basically have all this stuff that doesn't require super samples unlocked. And the game still is like, no, super samples don't spawn enough. And I've been playing against the same enemies. I'm going to skip around here in the footage here a bit. For a long time. Like, I've been fighting these bugs for so long. It's gotten boring. It's gotten repetitive. You guys are seeing me play solo right here, right now. And, man, I'm telling you, it's not fun. This game, at first was fun because you have friends to play with. But now because the player base has dropped off so much, you can't really find really random people. I mean, you can find random people, but they're like either super over leveled compared to you, or they're just checked out. And I feel like that's the lot of the player base right now. A lot of the player base is just checked out. We do not care about this game anymore. This game has been dropped. People are playing other live service games, other multiplayer games that just have more life to them. This game has been in the same state since it first came out. I cannot believe we live in a world where this game is still in a very rough fucking state. And for some reason, I hear people say shit like, this should be a Game of the Year contender. How is Helldivers 2 a Game of the Year contender? Like, I don't know how it's a Game of the Year contender. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. There's things about this game I like. The problem is, this game did not satisfy that live service itch I have. It didn't. And honestly, I feel like, and, this probably might get me in some trouble here, but hey, fuck it. I'm just going to play this B-roll I have gathered up. So your B-roll, generic, where's it, PlayStation? Just people might give me shit, and you're probably hearing that. Audio track disabled. But much as people might give me shit about this, I think a game like Concord here just has more, I guess you say, what I'm looking for. And listen, at the end of the day, I 100% admit this is a ripoff to an extent of Overwatch. But here's the thing about, Concord that makes it interesting. The thing that keeps me interested in this game is these characters, for one. I like the chemistry these characters have with each other. Much as people make fun of the guy's name, Starchild, I think it's a hell of a lot better than generic Soldier 265 killing fucking termites and automatons. Because, that's so creative. Like, I'd rather play this than Helldivers 2. And the fact is, the developers have gone as far as said that the Battle Pass, basically everything that traditional live service games charge for, are going to be free with this game. The only thing they're going to charge you for outside of the game itself is, after it comes out, is cosmetic stuff. And they say that will not affect the gameplay whatsoever. You have our word on that. I'm like, I am more interested in this than Helldivers 2. And Helldivers 2 is out. And I think it's because the promise of this actually being a live service game, them constantly giving us, new content, new potential stories to go off on. And, like, I'm sorry, man. I don't get how anyone could prefer a Helldivers 2 over Concord. Because at least with Concord, there's that potential there. Helldivers 2 is stuck in its way. It's stuck. That's it. That's what it's going to be for the rest of its existence. Until they shut down the servers, it's going to be a good game with friends, but a boring game by yourself. And to me, that's what kills multiplayer games the fastest. It's when you have to have friends in order to get a good experience. To me, a good game stands on its own 2 feet. It doesn't stand on its own 2 feet with friends. And like I said, yes, I get, some people don't like these characters. They think they're cringe. Oh, the robot's asexual or whatever. Who the fuck cares at this point? I'm being honest here. When I say I do not care about the character's sexuality, and not in the sense of like, oh, I don't care because it's super woke. No, I don't care because literally it has nothing to do with the game itself. That it's background information at most. And I'm being honest, this game looks a hell of a lot more appealing. Maybe it's also because I didn't get into hero shooters. I didn't get into Overwatch. I didn't get into Battleborn or whatever fucking other hero shooters come out in the years. I play Fortnite. That's the most, I guess you would say, mainstream game I play that isn't a single-player PlayStation game. So maybe that's the other thing too. Maybe it's because this is a game being made by a first-party PlayStation studio. I actually have some fucking faith in this one. I actually can sit here and say, while it might not be up everyone's alley, you know what, at the same time, I'd rather have this than a game that is boring by myself. I do think like some of the characters you have here, like I said, are interesting. I think this is a game that has just, I'm going to be honest, I think it has more long-term potential. Hell, they could try to work it in because they've said like they'll add more heroes or, you know, characters to play as. I'm curious to see what they'll add in because it's already starting off with 16 characters. I will be playing this game's early access open beta because I'm very curious to see what this is going to play like. And from the gameplay I have seen, you know, from previews and everything, you know, it's so funny because people call this game like, you know, it looks like a Overwatch ripoff. To me, it looks more like a Destiny game. And listen, much as you can sit there and bash Destiny, for the record, it's got problems. The gameplay of Destiny is really fucking solid. It's one of those things that keeps people coming back. The lore, the characters, not so much, but the gameplay keeps people coming back. So, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of Helldivers 2. I'm tired of people pretending it's better than it was. To me, I'm more excited for this than I am for, you know, Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 I was excited for because no one else was talking about it. But for me, I'm more excited for this because it actually looks like something that's up my alley. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think TPG has lost his mind? Do you think he's, you know, finally losing his shit because, you know, he prefers Concord over Helldivers 2? Or do you think I'm right? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Bye.